Okay, hopefully I'm live, of course. Hi everybody. I know, long time no see. I moved things around, but the reason why I'm streaming today is because obviously I haven't been streaming probably in weeks, maybe a month or so. But anyways, I'm back. Um, so I just thought I'd say hello. Oh gosh, let me do one thing really quick because if someone is saying something in chat, I'm not gonna see it. So hang on to that thought or whatever for a moment. We did get a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, I purchased the package, the spacey one, and I hopefully I think I've got the. Let me see. Okay. No, don't walk. Okay. I want to get in my thingy. Okay. I can do it this way. So that way okay. Um, I can do it this way. Give me just a moment. And oops, I'm getting the dropsies today. Okay, give me home. Okay, okay, dismiss that for a moment because it says mine. Okay. Oh, I know. Hey, Hux, how you been? Oh, let me tell you something. I really like it, and I like all the new things that the devs are doing with the game. Um, I think they with all the new things, what I'm saying is it's like all the new things. I wish I could. I don't know. Let me see. It probably won't show me. No, it's not going to show me. But um, first off, I'm going to go into town and because they gave us new outfits and things like that. Oh, well, you know what it is. It's like when you leave it on all the time for events, which, by the way, what I did was because I have other farms, I left my very first farm. Um, I'm going to ignore that call because I'm going to ignore it. But anyway, let me go up to the dressing room area, guys. Um, I basically turned around and made my first, like my first farm thing. I made that all for events. So for every time they run a, there's an event running, I just leave my first farm open for events. That's all I do. And then because I have the 2 and 3. Okay, so I mean, even though there's like 6 farms that you can have, okay, I only have 3. I mean, I'm not gonna go cuckoo crazy, trying to do them all. I kind of conserve and I mean that's me. But anyway, anywho. Okay, so let's get into what they have for the new stuff. Um, I'm really kind of confused because this outfit it's the cyber pack and it was like a few bucks, a few dollars, $3 to $4. But you know what? It's fair. So the cyber pack, this is the outfit, and I'm trying to see the difference. I don't see a difference. Like you can change the color, which is I think that's like your standard color. Hey Ace, what's going on? Good to see you here. But yeah, guys, I had to go buy it. I mean, I don't care. $3 or $4 is not a lot of money. Well, it is when you don't have it. I understand that. I totally get it. But this is I'm not too crazy about yellow. I kind of feel like if it was nighttime, I'm gonna light up like a Christmas tree. So this is green, even though it's yellow. Well, bright yellow. And this is your purple, and then this is your red. I like the red. I think I like the red because there is still purple in the outfit, but I like it. Like my hairdo. Oh, it's just my hairdo is just stunning, right? Yeah. So okay. So now there was that, and then okay. Let me see. Oh, this, these are the hairdos. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing to myself? See, look at that snazzy little hairdo, right? And again, it comes in variations of colors. See, let me see. What the heck am I doing here? Okay, that's pink, even though it looks kind of purpley pink. Um, that's red, and then there's blue, and then there's green, and then pink. I almost was gonna do my character like this. Just straight up mohawk, but I thought, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. And then there's this one here, which is just a straight up, flat top or whatever you want to call it. But at least you get the variations of color, you know. So that's cool. But I chose this one, and again, I like the little hair coming out in front of my face. Yeah. So and I'm still trying to figure out with the the way it kind of a little shaky wobbly. So again, see, the only thing that changes in color wise, I think, is your hair and those little bobbly things. Yeah. Now see, but that doesn't match my outfit. So, and then there's the green, and then again back to purple, and nothing there. The glasses, oh gosh, I kind of like this. Wait a minute, go back there. There was this one here, and again, it comes with variations of color. I think that's like the standard color, and then green, and then purple, and then red. You know. But now this one I thought was kind of cool in a way. You got one eye kind of thing going on, so you could do that. Thank God they don't put it on the hair piece. I mean, someone must have said, we can't do that. But it is what it is. Um, so I mean, it's like that. Now the earrings, yes, we have the earrings. See, I put the earrings on her too. They have the variations: red, blue, green. I think they did a fantastic job. I really do. She was wearing a backpack, but I took it off because I thought, no, they didn't give us a backpack, which I'm happy with that. See, there's no backpack for the space outfit, but they gave. I'm telling you, I had my brother with me on the farm last night, and we were laughing because of all the stuff. And when I say stuff, if you haven't gotten the pack yet, you got to get it because there was so much stuff. When I say stuff, there's stuff. Yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe, you know what? Wait. At first, you know me with benches, right? At first, I thought, oh, great, now we won't have a bench. But, it's interesting. We do have one for our farm, but I'm not saying it, but we don't have one for our town. But how often do you go to town? Not that often, right? So, there's that. And so I was happy with that. I was happy with that. Oh gosh, let me tell you, like I said, well, do you want to apply changes? No, I don't want to do anything. I want to leave it alone. Oh, this is a new feature to me anyway, guys, because I know sometimes you say, oh, that's been there. Okay. Um, they have the fairy guy, right? This guy here. Now, here's the thing. If you look at, I'm going to use my mouse. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can or not. But it says show by day, no. Okay? And then if you hit the X, it'll say show by day, yes. But I put no. The reason being is just because any one of these little guys that you use, the little fairies, will not be there during the day. They will only be there during the night. Which, you know what? I think that's cool. Um, and again, you can make your little. I don't know what it's called. I feel bad. He's a little fairy. Yeah. See, well, I kind of figured that, but see, I never had one of these little fairies running around with me, so I would never have known until yesterday when I got the pack, and I said, "Oh, what's this?" So, and I think the default was on show by day, no, but so the only time that this thing will appear, the little fairy or my little Sputnik, which he's kind of over there on the screen to the right, he only shows up at nighttime. Which, you know what? That's fine with me. Um, and again, you can make him different colors, but I can't. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. There he is. Okay, so you can make him different colors. Um, you can make him red. I don't see the red. Oh, okay, I see the red. Okay, and then you could. I think blue is like the standard color. So you can make him blue. You can make him green and purple. So that's what I did. So other than that, that's all the new stuff. They didn't add any new pets. Because I want to touch base with you guys. I'm gonna do it for reading only, simply for the fact that they have a beta thing going on. So yeah, yeah, yeah. The blue looks nice. So I kind of figured, last night I was just kind of goofing around with my brother. Oh my gosh. Well, see, this is what I'm saying. It's so exciting. But I will show you one thing that they don't have, and I'm not going to make a big issue of it, guys. And I hope you don't either, because seriously, how often do you go into town? You know what I'm saying? Um, and I want to get back to you on the beta thing, but I'm going to do that like kind of one shot, only because there was so many different things in the beta, and stuff like that. Oh, and here's a new tree. This tree. Look at this. This is lovely. I just think it's great. Okay. Now, when I went up to the, at least it matches my purple bench. So what I was looking for to see if they put any type of, space benches for here, and no, they did not. Well, see, well, they don't have it for the town, and I really, I'm not gonna make a big thing. I'm really happy that I got my cobweb benches with cobwebs. I'm really happy with that. But I was just kind of surprised, you know, that they did not do that. Um, but they did that with the trees. It comes in three different colors, by the way. Um, it comes in pink, green, yeah. Uh, so it comes in purple, pink, and green. And it glows. So let me just do this. I'm just gonna hit that. See what I'm saying? Like here's the green one or the pink, yeah, the green one. But then here's the purple one. So I mean, three different colors. You can't go wrong. And I I don't know what to put in the center, and I'm gonna leave it alone and ignore it just because. I mean, I could put my pumpkin back in there, but I don't know. Um, yeah. See, because if you guys haven't, you need to read the beta and be very careful. If, like because here's the thing: if you choose to do this, to choose to do the beta, you got to be really careful. Like they have to, like with the backup and everything, because there's going to be a lot more stuff in the beta as opposed to your regular game. So be very very careful if you do the beta. I haven't done it yet. I probably will, but I do not want to lose my farm. See, that's the chance that I don't want to lose my farm. Oh, what are, and these aren't trees. Okay, anything? Okay, so, um, you know what? I'm gonna put these. Okay, I'm gonna put a pink one, and I'm gonna put a uh, pink. Green? No. Yeah. See, I put pink. Oh my goodness, how are you today, girl? Um, but no, I got pink and purple. The green, well, I could put the, well, you know what? I'll put the green one here. Why not? Why not? That way you all can see the, because like I said, how often do you come into town? You know what I'm saying? Like, you only come here to get your, if you get your favor, which mine is 928 over 175. I just do my thing. So, um, anyways, I don't use a lot of favor. Oh, I bet. Oh, and well, see now we'll wait till we get into my farm. See that way I'll know what I'm doing. I might have to go to my second farm simply for the fact that my first farm is loaded with the event stuff. Um, and I was on last night with my brother for a while. So basically, what I did was last night. And how's hubby? I'm gonna ask, how's hubby? Is he doing well? I hope he is. God bless him. Um, no, I'm looking at because like him and I were playing last night. And then all of a sudden, no, it was late. It was really late. And because I was showing him all the things that you have in your you that you get, and I was actually laughing because I started getting a little carried away in one of my houses. I don't know. But the thing that was kind of funny about it was he did not buy he didn't buy the cyber set yet, right? But he was able in my house to set stuff up. So that was kind of cool. Um, so anyways, so this is the town obviously. Now I'm gonna skip back to my farm. And honestly, seriously, I have no clue at all what I'm doing. Like what I'm gonna do. I really want to put the cyber house over here, but hey, it is what it is. And we do have benches. We do. Oh, where are they? Oh, no, they're under here. Okay. See, the little trick to this is, you see where it says sort by category when you're in your farm together thing? Okay. Basically, what will happen is when you go to your farm together, venue, and you can sort it by category. It'll sort it by, like your newest stuff will always be on the bottom. Oh, I gotta see what you did. I gotta see what you did. Oh, and is this insane or what? Um, I think I kicked it up. I love. Okay, I took away some of the things, but I can re-put them down. Not a big deal. This is the cyber guest book. Can you believe that? I love it. Um, this is the fume extractor, and actually, this is pretty neat because you do see them around like space houses or buildings or whatever. You do see those, so I kind of like that. Oh, well, I haven't gotten to that yet. And I almost forgot about it because I said to my brother, I goes, oh, wait till you see the fuel tank. So this is the lovely bench, and it can be, I think it's like 3 to 4 colors, guys. You know, and I said to my brother, I said, you know what? I love my gnomes, and my brother says, yeah, I can see that because everywhere I go, I see gnomes. So I have gnomes up the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? I have gnomes up the wazoo. So this here is technically like see what it is. This here is your instead of it using the other ones, the older ones, um, it's going to use like instead of using the sign with arrows, this one here with arrows. So I kind of like the new feature added. I'm thinking I'm just to kind of, oh, I wonder if you did Ace. Um, did you put them all up in your? on your lettuce field, I wonder? Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap them all out to this. And it does have a variation. Blue, green, I don't know. Ooh, pink, purple. Oh, red. Ooh. I don't, I mean, I like red, but it still looks purple, doesn't it, guys? I mean, it still looks a little purpley. But I love it because it's got the little screen. And then, of course, this is your satellite dish. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, guys, these are gnomes. We all know that, right? I mean, I did. I overdid it with gnomes, but I don't care. I don't care. Okay, these are the new fish, neon tetras. You know what was interesting? When I first saw the neon tetras, I goes, wait a second. They had those on Farm Together One, and I remember the neon tetras was actually a for an event, and they didn't give you a lot of them either. They give you very few. And I remember people sneaking up on my farm, and and my brother, the same thing. But what happened was when they came to my farm, the first thing they were looking for was for the fish. And I sat there and I thought to myself, well, if they scoop up my fish, God bless them because I get them too. But you know what I mean? It was like they were looking for the fish. They were because there was only like I want to say what 15, 15, maybe 20 fish if you're lucky. Um, so I mean, a lot of people, would that's all they was interested in was the fish, and I found a little bit of information about the newer fish. Well, and I was really glad to see one of them in particular come back. I was happy about that. Um, but let me see. I'm trying to remember what house I put it in. I was glad to see the anglerfish come back. I really was. I was happy to see them. I only put these up here for show, um, simply because, obviously they're new, and then there's these. But now what's interesting is, no, okay, oh, red belly piranhas, we have those. My brother was telling me these ones here, axolotls, they're only found in one place, which is Mexico, and they're an endangered fish. The thing about these particular fish is that they can grow back their skin, in which they're being studied and researched. So they're a rare type fish, which is, my brother was telling me that. I'm like, really? So here's my humble abode, which it says 29 minutes, but that does not mean it's gonna because I think I was on step 3, so I don't know. But I'm really excited to see what it looks like inside. I'm kind of glad they brought the space building back. And I think it was in different colors. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was, but you never know. Yes, it did come in different colors. So I chose blue just because I chose blue. Oh God, I'm telling you, when I seen those, and then when they, because every time they added a new gnome, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm scooping one of those before they say, oh, we made a mistake. You can't have those." But yeah, I got my gnomes everywhere. Sorry, but I love my gnomes. I do. And and I set them up in little spots, in different areas. Um, like these two guys, they're going to be going on the swing pretty soon. Which one? Well, you know, I saw a picture of that, of the new house, and I'm really glad that they did. Um, but I did see that. And see, this is why I want to go to beta because they have a lot of new things. Oh, they're going to change, let's say, your workers. You remember how your workers were 18 by 18? Okay. I I want to say, no, I don't think it was 36. I'd have to read it again. But that's why I'm saying I want to let you guys know about the beta. the different things. But again, if you choose to do that, be careful. Be very careful, um, because and it's not crossplay or anything. I guess, and I get it. They want to test out all the features of the game before they kind of make it, switch it over. But it will be added into your games. So see, beta is not going to be meant for you to go and play with your friends and things like that. It's just meant for you to go and test things out, really. So just be aware of that. I mean, heck, I'd start a new farm just to do that. Yeah, see, yeah, weren't they gonna, well, you know, they were gonna make something. I noticed that they said they were gonna make the tiles bigger. They were gonna make the front workers have more space. I don't want to say it was 36 by 36. No, no, no. I mean, that would be totally impossible. Um, but I did read it, and then they said, a lot of golden items. So I mean, I think they're gonna change the. Oh, and the level will be for the person level 1,000. I did see that. But I'm gonna read it to you guys. But again, if you just choose to do the beta thing, and it's only through Steam, by the way, not Xbox, PlayStation, none of those. It's all through Steam. So if you choose to do that, I strongly say it. Choose wisely. You know, choose very wisely. Yeah, I would think so. And also something. Oh, and um, okay, with the gas thingies, that's gonna in inventory. I believe is gonna go up. The gas, not the gas. Um, your vehicles. Um, that's gonna go up, but I think what it is it's gonna go up to 200. They're gonna make them go a little faster, but it's gonna be 200. So I mean, it was a lot of information about the beta, and like I said, it's only through Steam. Look at this. This is the new apple trees. Can you believe that? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're 4 seasons. So I might swap out my apples. I don't think. Let me see. They're 1,600. Let me sort them by resource. That way I can see it a little better. Um. Okay. That's your app. No. 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 Is this? Yeah. Okay. This is your average apple tree, and it's the cheapest apple tree, but it's all 4 seasons, right? Okay, so that's 100 gold. This one here is the new one, Chrome Cyber Tree, which is six 1,600, 4 seasons, which is nice. I mean, it's like having an apple tree, but you know what I'm saying? It's the 4 seasons. But now it yields what? 52. Okay, the apple tree's 27. I don't really care what it yields. I can make gold elsewhere. Um, Here is the golden apple tree. Now, if you look at that, when you buy it, it costs you 13,000. Yeah, okay. You know what? It took me a long time to finally buy that because I wasn't going to pay 13 just for one apple, even though it's 4 seasons. And the beauty of that is when you look at the cyber tree, 1,600. It's like a step up from the regular apple tree, and plus it glows. I like that. So I don't get it with why they made this golden apple tree so expensive. I mean, it yields 176. Well, I'm there for the apples. I'm not there for what it yields. Well, if you've noticed, I mean, even like the most current ones with the farm hands, I don't think they go as fast because even when they're doing the trees, okay, even though there's no trees and stuff for them to harvest, the thing that I have seen is they still go slow. You know what I mean? And sometimes they don't finish what needs to get finished because they just don't. So They need to kind of sort of fix that. Okay. Let me find. I forgot to show these to my brother last night. Okay. Are they? Aren't they here? Oh, okay. Yes, they are. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Why are they on the? Oh. Okay. Sort by category. Okay. See, these are your older gas pumps, right, ladies and gentlemen? Your fuel depot, power station. Look at that. I'm gonna just put one down so you'll all see it. Oh, okay. There is your power station. Nice, huh? Now, if you remember in Farm Together 1, they had a little one. So, here's your little power station. I love it. There's this one, small power station. And then there's the big one. I like those. That's pretty nice. And, let me see. Oops. Let me see. Then, there's these here cyber teleporters. Um, I have to look at this. Oops. Okay, so you stand. Wait a minute. You stand on it. Wait a minute. Stand on it. See, I'm gonna go the house last. Okay. So 1, right? Now 15 is the one that just recently got made. Look at that, huh? Pretty neat. I like that. And they got the little smiley face. Where? Okay, I think. I hope I didn't skip anything. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Oh, yeah. This is the cyber sign with the arrows, saying that's with your food. Yeah. Yeah. And let me see. This is. Let me see. Where? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, okay. You can't use this building for anything. It's a decorative house. Let's be aware of that. It's a decorative house. So, like, if you say, oh, I can get to it. No, no, no. Just like the Frosty Hut, it's just decorative. And then this one here is just, it's a decorative house. I haven't figured out. See, I want to, because I do have 2 other farms that are open. And I'm like, ooh, because, it's like anything else. I can set it up and do whatever I want. This is some of the new stuff too, but not with the package. It was, these things here came with one of the events that we had, the Dazzling Hayride. That's what they added. Um, and that was another one there that they added. And look at that. Look at all those beautiful gnomes. And they added this too. Grandstand. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness, I get this bad cough. But they have the big ducks. I love those. I'm not a big duck fan, but I like the ducks. The ducks are pretty cool. And I don't think there was in the beach house. They had this lifeguard house too. I mean, they've really been doing an awesome, awesome job. I mean, they have. I'm not sure what the Cyberdome is supposed to be for. I mean, um, and but again, I said when I put this down because like I was doing this with my brother being here, so I said, oh, okay, so it's a satellite dish. I like it. I'm not trying to say it in a discouraging way, but I like it. Um, I'm trying to figure out which house I did the experiment in. I don't think it was this one. I don't. No. Oh, I should grab one of these drinks. Wait till you see the new stove. I loved it. And of course, here we go. No, I didn't put anything in here. Because I'm not kidding. There was a ton of stuff for the house. I was like, oh my god, there's too much. I usually leave this open for other people when they come to my farm. If they come here and they want to, make decorations or something, I let them do that. I don't do it. Okay, so my igloo, I don't think there was anything in there. But you know what? Whoever did this did a beautiful job, and I want to say thank you. I really do. You did a great job. I mean, look at this. They decorated. They took a lot of time decorating. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, if you look at that. So whoever did it, you guys did a great job. You did a great job. Yeah, I was like surprised because when I went into the house, I'm like, oh Jesus, what's up? I mean, look at this bedroom. Yeah, I mean, whoever did this did a beautiful job. I mean, it's just so darling. It really is. It's gorgeous. You know, I'm sorry, guys, but it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I don't have the time, and you know, and look at this, the little office space with the flowers. It's beautifully done. I mean, whoever did this took their time at it. They took their time. I mean, golly, you know, they took their time at it. And, I appreciate that. And then here's the green room. I mean, look at this. I mean, they did an awesome job. And there's, well, you know what I mean? Like, they went in there and I mean, who knows? They could have been in there for the day. I don't know. You know who did this room, don't you? Who did this one? I did. Don't laugh. I know it's funny. But I mean, really, I mean, I'm guilty of not really decorating. I think I put those two things back there. Yeah, that's my thought of decorating. It's all done. Yeah, yay me. But I didn't do too great of a job decorating. I'm not good at it at all. Um, oh, maybe I did. No, I didn't do it here. But you know what? I kept my castle really busy with stuff. The fish and the things and, I mean, I just kept it busy. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the story of my life. Ah, okay, so, okay. I, and I want to put the new stoves in here. Oh, okay, so I will admit, oh, Jesus. I did this room just based on it was new stuff and I wanted people to see it. And but I will tell you, I did spend more time over here, of course, in my little computer room. I tried my best, I can sit down and watch TV. You know what I mean? Story of my life. Because usually what I do is when I'm sitting on my couch with Shotgun, he usually sits in the middle. Wait a minute, let me see something here. Yeah. See, usually I'm over here, Shotgun's in the middle, and he's on his little blanket. Um, and I sit there and I watch TV, so I think, and I fall asleep, and he falls asleep with me. There you go. Shotgun makes the most perfect couch companion that I've ever had in my life. So, um, there's that. Now, I'm not see. I don't want to show you. I don't want to. I don't want to fool around with that house. I want to leave it alone. Wow. Because if you all understand when you have a pet, you have a pet, and they're always they're like your best friends, they're family. Okay, so I think I might have overdone it with my gnomes, but I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I love my gnomes, and I'm very thankful. I mean, I really am. And then, of course, because it's a big thing with the ducks. Um, because a lot of people don't realize that the ducks go in the water, and I did, because when I saw that, I said, oh, this is good, so there's that. But I think this was the house that I did the experiment on. I think it is. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Oh, no, no. No, but I decorated this front room. Okay, I did decorate this room. It was short and sweet, and that was all there was to it. I did decorate this myself, just the front room. I did, and I put this stuff in here. See, I didn't do too bad, but whoever did that at the house, yeah, I mean, I really like see. Okay, and also when I'm laying in my bed, I watch TV. Okay. Oh, I think it's. Oh, you put that in the house. You have to put that in the house. Yes, yes. I don't think there was anything mentioned here. You know what? I didn't do this bathroom like this. No, I did not. Somebody else did. We have a mystery person. And is my unicorn. The only one that sits over here all by himself, but I like it. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait, there's this, right? Did I just, wait a minute, did I? Wait. Yes, I did, okay. So I came out, okay. Oh, jeepers, it's over here. I didn't realize I did it over here. Okay, I did. I can't remember which house I did it in last night. Wait. Yep. I totally spaced out. That should have been the theme, right? Okay. So what I did last night, because my brother was here, and I basically what I did was I did the walls and I did the floors because you can change them around. So I made this one area of the house um, the space looking side because like I said, my other house isn't ready, so I won't know. And they have lots of new stuff for here. A lot. Okay, so just for starters, here's the little arcade machine, and of course you see. But if you hit A, it does that. Okay, it makes a little sound. Um, and then in here, this is so funny. This reminds me of one of the Sims beds. I think I got it backwards. Okay, so let me see something here. I do have it backwards. Go figure. Pick it up over here. There we go. There we go. Wait a minute. The arrow. Wait a minute. Why is it? Okay. Watch it be backwards again. It's gonna be backwards again. Why? Okay. So. Okay. It's not gonna matter. It's still backwards. Yep. It still is. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is put it right here. Okay. There. So if you have the red part of it, like down here, you're okay. That means that's where your feet go. And of course, they have like a little couch, sofa. They have the chair. They have a laptop. And so, the only drawback is, let me just see if I can do this. Cyber laptop. Okay, so if you hit A, it makes a little heart. Isn't that cute? So, we all like to sit there at our laptop, do our thing, and, there's that. So, and then up here is your fan. You have your windows. This one I kind of like because look what it does. The light goes on in the center. It's kind of cute. And again, you can make your walls different colors. And this one here is a straight up light up on the wall. And I'll show you them all anyways. But, just to kind of give you an idea, I love this. Oh, my brother. Look what he did. He put these little... Oh, I didn't even know he did this last night. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Brother, you gotta put a chair there. It goes like that. There, see? But I love this little laptops. This was cyber wall panel. I don't know. Okay, so it's a cyber wall panel. I'm saving the kitchen for last. Wherever it is. This is the shower. I think these things were given. Where is my kitchen? Oh, here it is. Basically, and I didn't change this yet, but here's the stoves. And again, it's got the little base on there. They didn't have any, the countertops, space age wise. And you know what? That's fine. I mean, I'm happy with what I got. And there, there's that. But they do have. Let me just see if I can. Oh yeah, those are. Okay. Oops. Okay. Cool. Okay. So this is the new space age stuff here of the cyber. They have the chair, which is small, and then they have the sofa, the bed, and the little night table, or the stool. I'm sorry. And then over here, what they have for cyber is frosty night table, and then there's this long cyber table, and you can put that anywhere you want. You can put it like right here. And then they have a little one. But I'm not gonna put that up because it looks like more like it could be for like a table in the front room. Okay, so there's that. Then of course, we already have these out. There's the cyber laptop, and then there's the arcade machine. The arcade machine I think is it's so fun. And then what they have down here, I haven't quite figured it out. Cyber wall panel. My assumption is it's almost like having, most places we can just kind of like, program it or something like that for whatever's in the room. And then you have a variation of lights. Oh, I can put the table lamp right up in here. Oh, wait. Ooh. Do they come in different colors? Let's see. Oh, they do. Okay. They have it in blue, green, purple, red. Okay. So the centerpiece is red. The surrounding piece is purple. And again, like now, see, this is totally blue. Totally. Well, now this one here is green with a yellow center. And purple is like they have it with pink and probably, purple. Oh, that looks so nice. Okay. Get out of that. I mean, I haven't really, I might do more, but I'm going to leave it alone. But see, these here the windows, and they do have variants. Now you can change them to whatever color you want. Well, not whatever color you want, but it comes in 3 colors. Purple. Oh, oh, and I have to show you that other thing too. Purple, and then this one's what, blue and green. Fan, the same thing. Green, purple, and blue. This one was an interesting little it says cellar window. So, not bad, you know. Nothing new in the shower area or the bathroom area. And I was, honest to God, I was really surprised that they did not, but it's carpeting. But when I got to the wallpaper, I was like, oh my gosh. They did have the wallpaper, which obviously I did blue. They have 3 variants, green and purple. The blue actually looks pretty nice. And now the floor, I really kind of got confused about this a little. They have blue, green, and purple. By the way, these colors are very light, pastel light colors. And they also have, okay, nothing for ceilings. Okay, these are fun. You can change the doors to whatever you want. You see that? But bear in mind, when you go outside, you're not going to see that door. But when you're inside your home, okay, you're going to see all the doors, which is great. I like that. What was that other thing? Oh, I don't want to forget about it. I think it was in the house. Let me just double check. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so I think, yeah, that was it. So you have the ones that was from the Frosty pack, but this was really not bad. They're light colored floors, so you got to kind of bear in mind, because I know a lot of some of you don't have a lot of diamonds. You're like, well, But even the price for 10 diamonds, it does one room. But it's, I don't think it's half bad. And what was it that I discovered it last night? Was it outside, maybe? Maybe it was outside. I don't know. I have to check again. Let me see if my house is ready. I swear to God, it almost looks like an icebox. Ooh, step 3 or 4. Yeah, we got this. Okay. Nice. Oh, so see that little thing? That's that little vent. That's that little vent. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm really glad that what they did was, you remember when I used to talk to you about the fish? And I'm really, really glad that what they did was they put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 so far, by the way, because that's not all of them. Then they have these ones down here. So it's really good that they added the variations of fish, but at least, because see, these are the ones that'll show up once you get to a certain level. See, I mean, I really appreciate that they did. Aw, 6 months. Oh my gosh. Love it. I think when I get a little better organized, that you guys will, see, a better looking home. Oh, Now, there was nothing new here. I think, okay. See, I haven't quite figured this out. It's a cyber road. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, this is a cyber road, right? But I got a little confused about this. Okay, so this one's just a normal road, right? Okay. Wait a minute. Where the heck is the other one? Is it over here? I think it is. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, because I said to my brother, I goes, did you notice something? My brother said, it looks like an electrified fence. I want to show you. And I'll show you how to do this so that way you guys will go, oh, okay, that's great. All right. You know what I decided to do? I put this fencing up. And you just go to your town, and I'll show you the guy again. And I just changed the fencing. But I put the electric fencing. I know you can't see it all completely. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe behind the castle you can. But see what I did? Now that looks really good because I mean, for me anyways, I think it looks really good because it's like this, like, you know, what farmers would do is that they would have this type of fencing up for a farm. And it doesn't look bad at all. And if you notice, my little fairy guy isn't around because it's daytime. So just to kind of like he's not there, no. But I think it's awesome that that they did that with the fencing. Now there is the fencing which we did. Then there's the short version. And then there's this cyber door. Oh, I'm trying to wait a minute. Cyber door. I'm trying to figure out where this would go. Nope. Nope. I suppose. See, now like it's open, and you can go through it. Now wait a minute. Where is the one that I? This is gonna drive me cuckoo. And the doors come in what, 4 different colors. The cyber separator comes in 4 different colors, and the fencing does too. So I think it looked pretty neat. And then they have the standard size, like so. If you don't want the big ones like these, you can have the small little ones. But these big ones are not meant for you to jump over because you're not going to do it. But I'm trying to find the one. Wait a minute. I saw it. I had it out last. See, I should have left it. Then you could see it. There was one. I said, okay, this is interesting. And it comes in different colors too. Like I said, it does. Like this is black. I don't get it. But let me see. I get a little confused now. If that's supposed to be black, why is it purple? You see what I'm saying? And now this one says green. That one says purple. But it almost looks like it's a pinkish color as opposed to being a purpley color. And then there's your blue. So, I don't know. See, I'm trying to find the one. Yeah, I mean, I was like looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't look right. Maybe what I'm looking for is here, and I'm trying to figure it out. Wait a minute. Ah, here it is. That's okay. And you know how they have the regular planters? They have the cyber planners too. Okay. No, stupid. Okay, cyber planners, you can probably put whatever you want in here. You know. Oh wait, no, you can't. They didn't have it. They didn't sort by available. Sort by category, maybe. Yeah. See, none of these are gonna be. Yeah. Oh, oh. Where is the tree? Oh, you're kidding. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, like, if you wanted to put the cyber tree in there, there you go. Have at it. Um, this one here. Let me get back to it again. All right. Okay. So you guys seen that? This is the one that was a little cyber walkway. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. This one yesterday was a little confusing because I'm like, that doesn't look half bad because it's got the yellow, like the golden yellow color. Oh, red doesn't look too bad either. Let me just see something. You know what? I'm gonna take this out. Figures. Okay, so now I'm gonna try this and put it here, right? You notice what it just did? Yeah, because I sit there and really goes, well, this one feels kind of squishy. I wonder if the ducks will go on it. Because it connects to the water. Oh gosh, I can't. Oh, I bet you they can't. Because of the wiring or the line. Okay, let's find some ducks. Which ones do I want? I'll put this one down. I'll put him right here and see what he does. I'm a little curious. Oh, you can't go there. Oh, that's sad. Oh, poor little duck, huh? What if I did this? What if I just took this one away and put these guys right in front of it? Would they go? I'm curious now. See, my little fairy guy's back, but he won't come. He'll leave it. As soon as it's daytime, he goes away. Yep. Okay, so if you're like me, I mean, I like having the ducks on the water. So there's that. They ain't gonna go there. So you know something? I'll just put them with these guys. I'll put them here. I think they should technically go in the water. I think. Yeah, they should. I know they will here for sure. These ducks are like, lady, make up your mind. Do you want us here or do you want us over there? Yep. See, they immediately go in the water. Yay me. And it's funny, when you put one duck down, you always get two. Don't ask me why. They just do. So there's that. Guys, I want to tell you something, and you need to be warned about this. I mean, very seriously warned. Uh, I want to say a few weeks ago. Um, and I know I haven't been streaming, so I know that wasn't the reason. But you guys need to hear this because very seriously, um, what's been going on is I've been getting a lot of friend invites from on my Discord, and you guys need to be aware that these people that are trying to be your friend on Discord are not your friend. They don't know you. They've never played a game with you. They're scammers. What they are trying to do is they're trying to get you to play another game. They'll say, oh yeah, like they'll pretend that they know you, and then they'll say, oh, there's this game. You want to play it with me? And if you're that kind of a person that will go and play that game with them, don't do it unless you know, absolutely know, that that person is someone you have played with on Farm together or whatever other games you've played. Okay? Basically, what they do is they try to get you to play these games, particularly on your phone. On your phone. Okay? Be aware of that too. I don't play phone games. I really don't. Um, I don't even think I have any on my phone right now. I mean, the closest to a phone game that I'll ever play is Bingo. That's it. Um, and I did install on one of my phones that I don't use Monopoly Go. Cute game, done deal. But then there's these other games that people will try to convince you, like I said, that they know you. They have played with you on other games. And then they will try to convince you to play a particular game, especially to go into your phone. Once that happens, these people will try to convince you to spend $1 here or $2 there. Okay? And then, like I said, these people are scammers. What happens is there are particular games online. I mean, when you play through your phone, and what they do is they can capture your purchase information, not your credit card. And basically, what happens is every time you purchase something, they make money off of you, even though it may not be a lot. Like if you spend $1 here or $5 there, they're making money off of you. And the developers of said game, and I will give you a perfectly good example. It's called Infinite Kingdom. Do not play that game. Don't play it. It's pretty toxic as well as it's a a place for scammers that go there, and they will try to do whatever they can to get your information and all of that. Just don't do it. It was, I want to say, even a week ago, about a week ago. And like I said, you all know this. I have not been streaming for a while. I mean, and the reason why at the time, you guys know, I tried explaining to you, my diabetes was really out of control, and I had to get it back into control. And let me tell you, I mean, just, I was going out of my mind because I'm like, why is my sugar so high? I mean, and it was like I was practically starving myself until they gave me all new insulins, thank God. Um, but who knows? You know what I mean? It's kind of like sometimes you need to get it's like you need to get a newer thing as opposed to using the old stuff because sometimes it's like you can build up an immunity to it. It's almost like penicillin, you know what I mean, or an antibiotic. You could build up an immunity to it, and when you find out it's not working, then you're like, oh well, you know what? It's not working. Hello, you know. So now I have had. I mean, I'm having my diabetes is much better and much more under control. And I think that has a lot to do with stress and things like that. So I basically had to take a break, guys. And you all know that. It's like when you know to take a break, take a break, take a breath. That's what you got to do. But anyways, back to the scammers. I mean, I would strongly suggest, very seriously, especially if you're streaming on YouTube, and especially if you're streaming, on Twitch, and especially if you're doing, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same problem. Um, but I will strongly suggest and tell you that um, if you're on Discord and then you start getting these friend requests, do yourself a favor. It's almost like if someone's in a game that you're playing, say, "Hey, I'll send you a friend request," through Discord or stuff like that. Then that's legit. But if you're getting these random friend requests through Discord, you need to be aware of that. You need to be very careful with that because this is where people's accounts can get hacked. You can get scammed. Things like that. I did like it was a few weeks ago. I was late at night. Actually, I was playing. Was I? I think I was playing Farm Together. Okay, and the person's name I think was Daisy or something like that. And it was like I said, it was late at night, and so I got a friend request, and then the next thing you know, she was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Blah blah blah, and then I'm like, "Do I know you?" That's the first, to me, it was like, that was the first stupidest thing to say to somebody because, well, it's really not, but it is in a sense of that word. And then she started talking about this other game, and I'm not paying attention. So I said to her, I said, "Look," I said, I'm really in the middle of doing something. I don't have time to install the game, kind of thing, because that was the thing where they try to pull you in to play the game. And she goes, "Well, let me know, let me know." And she kept calling me honey, by the way. And then I said to her, I said, "So tell me something. What game have I ever played with you in?" She goes, "Well, honey." I'm like, "Okay, no, I don't know." And it was just like, then I said to her, I said, "Listen, I don't," and she asked me to put it on my phone, which I said, "I don't do phone games. I only use my PC." "Oh, that's too bad. That's a shame. You should play on your phone." I'm like, "No, no, I'm not gonna play on my phone because when you're playing phone games, obviously it's gonna eat up your battery." Yeah. See, I mean, and it's a big. I guess here I am staying out of the world of playing phone games or whatever else is out there. But I guess it's not a new thing either. It's been going on for quite a while. Um, but if you actually look up Infinite Kingdom, you will see my little my little review, by the way. But from what I was reading on that game, it's like a big scamming game, and the developers, are behind it. And so that's how these people, unfortunately, they come from poor countries. That's how they make their money. So, you really, honestly, when somebody sends you a friend request, be sure you know who that person is. Because I will say this in all honesty. Once in a while, I will get this thing that'll say that it might be spam, so I block it, of course. But but you can look at the person's thing to see what server they're from. Okay, sometimes you'll see none, and that should be a flag. If they're not on any server that you're on, okay, then they're trolling. That's what they do. They troll the servers and stuff like that. And I'm like I said, I'm sure that streamers probably get a lot of friend requests through Discord and whatever else is out there is available. But the flip side of the coin is you really, really, and truly have to be very, very careful what you're doing and who you make friends with. Um, because was it actually a few days ago? I got 5 friend requests. Now you all know I have not been on. The only thing I've been doing is letting my Farm Together farm stay open most of the time. Sometimes when I get up in the morning, I'll go in there and go, oh, the internet shut it down or something like that. Um, but the thing is that when somebody sends it, it's not because they know me from Farm Together. Because that was another thing too. I said, "Oh, you play Farm Together? No, what's that? Forget about it." So yes, you really, really have to be careful who you friend on Discord. Um, I mean, I am on a lot of servers because like I like to read different things about certain games I play if I need to get information or updates or whatever. And that's it. I mean, I think the only one I really talked the most in was probably the Farm Together one. The other ones are just kind of like I go back to that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's, you reference it. But again, you have to be very, very careful who you friend. You have, just you can just say no, block them, whatever. But especially if you see a thing that says they're spam, then obviously block them because I guess it's not to me. It's a new thing because I've never heard of such a thing. But now, lately, over the past 2 weeks, I've never had so many friend requests, and I'm like, so why am I getting all these friend requests? I mean, okay. Let me just see something here. And thing is, let me just check a peek at something here. I wanted to see. Um, yeah, see, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 games that I play, through Steam. That's it. And they're really like like the one I said that was, and I finally made over 200. Cat John 2, Paw Prints in the Snow. I really loved that game until I hit level 200. When I hit level 200, the puzzles are random. So yeah, yeah. I kind of think that if you do get a good, and see, um, let's see again. Why don't I blink out? You should blink out. No. Well, I am on technically one, two. Well, Farm Together obviously is a big, has a lot of people in there. Um, I'm trying to think. Okay, the main ones. Hmm. And the thing is, it's just really weird that they come out like that, and I'm like, okay, so what's going on with that? Yeah, and I had to do that so I can get back to my game. But um, yeah, I've come to that conclusion is that these people are trolling most of the time. They're trolling, Discord, and who knows what other places, different servers. And I used to be on a lot of servers, but because I don't, let's say, like for example, there's a lot of games I no longer play, or I no longer need to be on that server anymore, so I just leave the server. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I that's what I do, anyways. I just stay away from it. But yeah, I, I just couldn't get over all these friend requests, and like I said, I did the stupid thing by accepting one, thinking, and it was late at night, and it was somebody I knew, and I'm like, as I was having this conversation with this person, I'm like, no, I don't know them, and yep, I mean, it was like, I'm like, no, no, I'm good. So I set my farm to private. I should probably do my little daily thingies. See, I don't, I should put these trees up there someplace at my farm too. Let me see. Go back to town. Pay for the whoosies here. Ooh, wow. You know, usually I forget how many hours pass. Usually I have to pay her like 64 for my apple and my tree pickers. My lord. Okay, so we've got 32 minutes. Okay, so um you know, I was thinking seriously. You know what? I want to go to that beta thing. Let me see if I can how I can see that again. No, wait. Like you know, the castle will always be my favorite. I like my castle. I like all the little doodads. I don't know if I could never change this. No, I just couldn't. But anyway, oh crap, it's summertime and I should do the cantaloupe, but that's the mean with melons. Cantaloupe, oh god. Um, I'm gonna find. Let's see, how did I? Okay. Um. Okay, let's go over here. No. Ah, no, it's not gonna be here. Cyberpack, yeah, yeah. YouTube people. Get you. Okay. No one reads. Now this is gonna drive me bonkers because I was reading this last night. I wonder if it would be in hours. No, I don't think. No. Nope. Nope. And maybe I did see him on Discord. Oh, maybe. I'll go to the library, right? Together. Um, discussion thing. Ah, beta for the big update bug report. Okay. Okay. No, I want to see what they did, and that's not going to help me either. Hmm. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Store page. No, you know what? I would think it's gonna be. I'm trying to remember where I read it. Of course, this is gonna drive me crazy. Um, it's got to be somewhere important because info. No, no. Chat. No. Pirate. What? The heck? Oh, that's something. Pirate skeletons. I want to see where I saw that stuff that I was reading. Okay. How the heck am I gonna find it? Yeah, it's weird because I was just reading it like I actually was reading it today. But I mean, let me just see something. Let me see something. B-E-T-A. Ah, there. Okay. Okay. From this is. So see, it's in Steam. So like I said, it's not going to be on your console. I think. Okay. Today we're releasing a big update. Okay. Okay. Here we go. it's in the Steam community only because it's It says this beta will only run on Steam. While we're 99% sure it won't break your save, we recommend keeping a backup just in case. It makes sense. You can't go back to the public branch once you join the beta until it's complete, unless you use Restore Backup and are okay with losing all progress done during beta. The beta will not be playable cross-platform. If you're using cloud saves to share your saves with other platforms, we recommend you stay on the public branch. So in other words, anything, you're going to be doing this on Steam. You're not going to be doing this any other way. Progress on the beta will be kept. I'm trying to figure out how long this is going to run for. I didn't see any dates on this. Progress on the beta will be kept once the beta period ends, unless some game-breaking bug is found. Time frame for the full release of the update is a few days after the beta has been released. If no major issues have been found, we'll send the updates for certification on consoles. After that, the actual release will depend on certification time, which again, it could be, anytime. Because it says here somewhere between mid-July and early August, which means the beta probably won't be ready until probably August. So just kind of, hang it there. Now, new content. According to this, it says, added plenty of new achievements, added new golden decorations with steep, I don't get this, with steep unlock purchase and requirements. New harvestable type herbs. These items can be plowed at any time. New production buildings. Loom and tint extractor. New resource fabric. New town shop. Apothecary. No! Apothecary. Apothecary. I can never say it. Forget about it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. To sell the new herbs and resources. This is what they say here. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean... Okay, increase farm size to 9x9 plots. This sort of didn't make sense to me because it says, new plots will be placed surrounding the previous 7x7 area, but isn't it 9x9 now? Wait, yeah, I would think. I don't know. Plots over 50 will also require some metals on top of diamonds. Reduced diamonds requires to purchase new plots. This reduction is more noticeable on the last unlocked farm. Favor exchange ratio for money are improved a bit more. Increased. Oh God, I better get my other 3 shops up. Increased max level of most town shops to 250. Overall capacity. Slightly increased stock recovery speed. Jesus. It's 200 now, right? Okay, it says increased warehouse max level to 500. Now, my question is, I understand the 500, but does that also mean the inventory in the warehouse is going to be more? Are they going to adjust things that need to be adjusted, like the flowers? Okay. We're not going to worry about that. And I knew this was coming. Increased maximum farm player level to 1,000. So my guess is the farm's going to be 1,000, and the player level's 1,000. That's my assumption. I could be wrong. Yeah. See, that's what I thought. Now this is where it gets okay. I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I'm reading it again. Increase maximum farmhand work area to 24 by 24. Before it was 18 by 18, so 1920. So we're going to get like 6, they'll get an extra 6. So they really should have done this in the beginning. It says here increased farmhand movement speed. Yeah, okay. Um, you ever see it sometimes when you just, start getting in your game and all of a sudden you see your farmhand kind of like running across the field or running to the side? I'd be like, okay, so what were they doing before that? Nothing. You know, um, the tea factory now uses the newly added herb resources. Uh, the ones previously used by the tea factory are now used by the tint extractor. And it says parsley is no longer a crop. It will now be in the herbs category. Hmm. You know what, guys? You ought to look at all your farming stuff, all your, and just figure out which ones are herbs and which ones should not be. You know what I mean? And if you want to be technical about it, some of your flowers are herbs, correct? I mean, hey. Oh, this is where it got a little interesting. Increased maximum garage level to 200. Okay. Because before it was what, 100? Auto tractor can now reach 150%. Fuel recovery stops improving at level 100. So, I don't know. And this is weird. This is the first time I've ever seen this. It says adjusted anti-cheat option to have less false positives. So what does that mean? I had no clue. Sometimes, and I will be honest with you, I played yeah, yeah, I'm just hoping, I'm not gonna complain because the only I complain about was my gnomes and my benches. So I, you know, I remember, like, for example, and there was a guy who was a pretty big streamer. When I played Destiny 2, there was a guy, um, and Bungie, they had Destiny 2 with all this anti-cheats and all that good crap. Do you know that the guy was cheating and they finally caught him? Actually, in his video. So I'm like, okay. Um, but here it says adjusted anti-cheat option to have less false positives. I don't know what that means. I really don't. Oh, it does. Okay, because you know what I mean. I don't cheat, guys. I really don't. Oh, I think it was something that I used just for the heck of it, for giggles and laughs on actually in my other phone. But I wanted to test it out, and it was okay. Um, oh, and on Facebook is I think the one thingy. Um, when I looked at my Facebook page, guess what was advertising on Facebook? Wand. I'm like, uh, why are they doing that? Okay, but there is that. But I mean, I think originally people were doing these things, speed hacks. They were doing something else with the crops, you know, which I mean that was kind of quite the obvious. But I mean, no, I mean, it's almost like, well, that's what I'm saying. Because at first, right, I'm looking at the thing, and I said, wait a minute, one, because they changed their name and everything too. Gee, I wonder why. But they changed their name. So I'm like looking at the thing, and I'm like, and it said wand, and it said play whatever games you want to play, and I'm sitting there going, wait a second. And I actually Googled it on another thingy because I don't want Facebook sending that crap to me like that on my Facebook page. And sure enough, it was what I thought it was. Yeah, well, now it's called wand, and they charge you money for it too. Go figure. um, Bug fixes. This was the other thing. Fixed memory leak when switching farms. Um, the only thing I have a problem with is, let's say, and I really never addressed the issue. I just kind of like figured it would work itself out. Um, I could be on one farm in springtime, right? So what'll happen is, if I go to another farm, like my second one, it will not be in the same season as my first farm. It'll be in, okay, so if I said it was spring, it would go back to either fall or winter, one of the two. Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not sure what, why Facebook had that on there, or I have no clue. But it is what it is sometimes. Okay. Okay, now it says here fixed memory leaks. This could lead to crashes. I really haven't had Farm Together crash on me. I think maybe 2 times, three, if that. Now it says fix fuel differences between hosts and guests when switching farms. This could lead to the synchronization. Oh gosh, this could lead to the synchronization lost errors while playing and seeing the different. Okay, so this, because like how like you're on a farm and then you see these red letters that'll say that it's trying to get your cook back or it's synchronized incorrectly. So that's what it is. My personal feeling is that it's probably you know obviously something to do with the server because it doesn't matter. I do what I can. Basically that's to me. So, yeah. But let me see. Okay. So look at that. These fish. I'm gonna look at them for a second here. Let me just see something with these fish, the new ones, because there they are. Oh my goodness, they're 2 seasons. Wow. That's decent. 2 seasons. That's decent. So which means I can cut down on my fish on my other farm. So is it that time yet? Can I let me see? Probably isn't. You know. I don't want to knock Twitch streamers, and I never will. But guys, if you're streaming on Twitch with Farm Together, do me a favor. Please talk. Please speak. Say something. Hello, lurkers. How you all been? I hope you all had a nice 4th of July, 250th. Um, Up here, they have a tradition that they do with the bonfire, and it's actually not too far from us. So yeah. But something, and here's what I do. Um, I'll show you what I do, and that way you'll get the gist of what I'm saying. I mean, I know that other people sometimes they get their. Can I do this? Let's see. Yeah, I can. Okay. 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 So, basically, if you're ever wondering, how I can get my farm set up so quickly, I have to find the beginning one. Wait a minute. I think, yeah, it starts at 7. Okay. See, you know what I do? And why I can have 12,000, 11,000 of whatever on the farm? This is what I do. Like, I know that there's going to be another event after this, and I could be wrong, because so far I have not seen the cattails. I forget what exactly that. Actually, I can look it up, can't I? Yes, you can. Uh, okay, here we go. Fluffy Festival. Okay, that is the event that I have not seen yet. Now, I do remember, I mean, it came out in summer, so my guess is that they'll do it again. But there was the Fluffy Festival that was with the Cat Tinkerbells, and I think there was something else. The beauty of this is, to, even if it's like, all year round when you normally get them, it's I think they'll have these all year round. See, so basically there's that, and I don't. I never got anything from them. Did we get flowers for Cat Tinkerbells? Probably not. Let me see something. Sort by category. Okay, I don't, I don't see anything for. See, when I go by category, it will show you physically. Like if you go by it'll show you physically what each thing you have is. Where they came from. Like here, this one here was from the. Oops, sorry. Well, that's when you Sprout Spectacle. That was what they're 250. No, oh my God, 2 years. Um, Gothic Pack. Each one of these. I mean, if you don't have them, don't worry about it because some people can just put them down for you and you're good to go. This was the Frosty Pack. So I mean, but I want to. I think it was under. I know we had more than cattails. I know we did. Or Tinkerbells. Um, yeah, see, because we got the fencing. But I'm sure that there'll probably be something else. But let's say for the sake of, here I am right here, and it says Cantaloupe Melon. I'm just going to go to number 2 for a minute. Okay? And basically, if I wanted to, because it's going to show unavailable, because you can't plant it in the wintertime. So here's what I'm going to show you. See this one here? Now, it's not going to ever be planted in wintertime, unless when they come out with this event, the Fluffy Festival event. Unless they come out with it, your Tinkerbells will be ready all year round. But I'm almost positive that there was a second thing, because there usually is. There's usually something else that they throw in. But there's that. But basically, you know what I do? Seriously, what I do is like, this is let me see. Let me see what is it. 36 by 30. Okay. So for here, what I did was, oh no, well, this was like the last field, so that's not going to be doing it justice. What I did was, and like I said, it goes pretty gosh darn quick. Okay, so here I am at the field, and I'll see what I did. 36 by 36. Okay, Cantaloupe Melons, which is, for this particular event, I did 36 by 36. And it's almost like you set it and forget it, right? So what I do is, and I get it done pretty fast. So what I do is, I know that I have to stop here, here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to do it 7. I have to change these signs. That's it. Okay, and it don't take forever. It doesn't take very long. And then again with here with the fireworks, same thing. These are all 36 by 36. And this here is 36 by 36, with the exception of these 2 rows, because I had these 2 rows used for something else, but hey, it is what it is, and it worked out for me. So yeah, I pretty much get my farm set up as quick as possible, because people know once I get it set up, I get it set up. Oh yeah, the copy and paste. Oh yeah, because I do once, and the only time it gets a little strange is literally because when you get to this one here, and I'll pop over there to number 4. Oh, you know, honestly, I want to change this, right? Oh, wait, let me get rid of 15 so I don't screw up. Okay, so I'm going to go to number, go here, number 4, where I want to go. Okay. Oh, I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. Okay, now, I'm going to go here, and, which one is it? Teleport. It's, yeah, okay. It's blue. Oh, I love this. It's blue, green, purple, red. I kind of like the red, but then again, it's got the purple in it, so yeah. Blue, green, purple. You know, the purple's okay, but I'm going to stick with red for a moment. Okay, here we go. See that? Now, if I want to get fancy schmancy, oh, wait a second, I can't do that because that's not water. Okay. Unfortunately. You know, I really wish it was, but I'm not gonna don't do that. But then they have that other one. Wait a minute. Oh, it's under the gifts. Okay. They have this one here, guys, but you know, I like my ducks in the water, so you know, there's that. Now, yeah, I don't want to take the water away from the ducks. Oh, the gas pumpies. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna take this gas pump out, and okay, let's find the gas pump again. Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, I keep doing that. Gosh. Okay, so I have it blue, green, purple. See, that's red. Well, it's technically not, but that's okay. Blue, green, purple. Purple? Okay. You know what? It's going to be funny because if some new person didn't buy the pack and they see this thing here, they're going to go, and what is this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do, well, not all, well, I don't know. I'm going to do some of the fences, you know. But I kind of, you know, I like this. I like that fuel tank, the fuel pump, or whatever you want to call it. But, see, maybe what I can do is with this one, let me see. You know, here, I'm curious about how this works out, because oh, you see that? You know, I actually like the ones with the 2 instead of the 1. And you notice they sway, they move back and forth. I like that. I like that thing. So, okay, that's fine. Let's see if I can get back to that house. Is it ready yet? 3 minutes, people! Oh, I am a little. But I do like the I do like the trees. I don't think those trees come in any other color, but I'll double check just to be sure. You know, would be kind of nice, but I. Oh no, no. So I mean, you know, I think that's. There was a tree, if you remember correctly, by playing Farm Together One. You know, there was a tree that they did have in Farm Together One, and it was like um, almost like a space age tree, if you remember. I think there was like two different types. I forget what they dropped, but I don't think they were apples. But I like how they kind of sparkle like that, you know. So I'm definitely gonna put those up, replace them with my apple trees, because my apple trees give me a lot. So let me see. The apples are 4. You know, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna kill me because here apples. Ew. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't, and I don't really care because 424. Oh my god. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is put the new apple trees in its place. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I like them. I think they're pretty cool. So, my guys will be picking on these apple trees, you know, all 4 seasons, which is great. And I don't mind paying the 1,600 in comparison to what 13,000 for a golden apple one. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, and I'll show you what I did to my second farm because you know we have a lot of fish. Yeah, I get that. But you know what I did? I'll show you. I moved the new fish that we got. I put them there with on my second farm. I'm not gonna, as they say, upset the apple cart with my fish farm that's on farm 3. I'm just gonna leave it alone. You know, I'm not gonna just go crazy and change things around just because we have a new bunch of fish. But when I say a bunch of fish, we have a new bunch. Oh, great! This is perfect. I like that option where you can just remove and delete all of them, and you're good. See that? Looks great. And see the fencing? I like this fencing. It's really not bad. Yeah. So now we'll go to back to that. Yeah. Come on, 3 minutes. Once. Oh yeah, baby. Step 4 of 4. Do I have to wait an hour? Or can I go in? Oh. 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 Yeah. Oh, I gotta look at that message. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Sure. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Um, okay, so this is your main room when you come walking in. This is your, I don't know what room, but wow, it's big. Okay. So now I'm going to go over here. I bet you my mystery decorator would do a better job than me. Oh, look at this. You know, I appreciate that they made this bigger now. I really do that they made these rooms, you know, the inside bigger. Oh, this is nice. I love it. It is blue. And again, you can change it to whatever color you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to necessarily. Oh, Jesus, that's the front door. Okay. So, you can get to work and, make one of these rooms or, I mean, I wish they had the door here. Why couldn't they have just put the door right there? Oh, no, I know why. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why. Okay. Well, this could definitely be, you put your living room set in. But I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it alone until whenever. But, I like the design. I really do. I think the other space building was like a lot more, how can I put it? A lot more. It was bigger. Okay, now that, see my little guy, he's with me right now. Oh, they do glow. Oh, let me see something. Um, okay, so blue. I'm doing this just for the heck of it. Blue. That's blue, if you all want to see. Green. Green, even though it looks yellow, I know, guys, that's not green. Of course not. This is purple. Even though it looks kind of sort of pink. And red. Okay? So, we've got a blue, light blue, baby blue glow. And even though the top up there is supposed to be green, it's yellow. But it has the green on the top, where the fence is. And the same thing with, I said this was purple, right? Okay. It is purpley pink. Yeah. And then this is red. Red with the purple top. But, they got the red right. That's fine. But you see, the little square dealios, they have them up top there. Those, let me see if you can see. Oh, no, I can't. Wait a second. No, I can't. Don't want to do that, you dweeb. Okay, so it's not going to let me do it. But anyways, up top where red is supposed to be red, those caps are supposed to be red. Same thing with purple. They're supposed to be purple. This is a green on the top. But then when you look at the bars, like the wire going across, it is yellow. The only one that's correct is blue. And we had the same issue with the vehicles too. So I see now my little guy, he's gone. So I mean, I didn't mind those fairy things being there, but they were kind of. Now I want to head up over to my farm too. That's really nice. So they got that done. I want to make sure that they got paid for whatever they're doing. Okay. Now see, this is where you'll usually 9 times out of 10 find me. I'm sitting here using my phone. Sometimes she's using her phone. Yeah. So I'm usually sitting here. Yeah, minding my business. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I love this feature where you can go here to the town hall. This is farm 2. Now see, what I did was with this farm, and I did put trees up, I added all these fish. Yep, I added all these fish. So basically you can see that, I put, these are the new fish, not any of the old ones. These are the new ones. So what I did was, like I said, I put all the new fish here. And again, I'm going to have to add more. Um, and probably I'll end up putting them out towards this way. And this year I put this temporarily up because I need grapes, but I need to switch a few things around. And I don't know where their apples are, but I have I have workers up top here, these guys, and they're doing some of the basic stuff. And then I have workers down here. No, I'm sorry. The workers down on the bottom here are doing the basic stuff, like your pears, your lemons, apples, and pineapples. Up here, they're doing berries, and I forget what this is, but that's what they're doing. So I have it set up that way. And then, of course, here's all your animals, including like the ones that are for events and stuff like that. So I put them all right there. Yeah. So I mean, and I'm gonna put that new house right up in here. My new house. Let me see something. Blue. Okay, there's blue. Ew. No. Ew. No. I ain't having no. Ain't happening. Sorry. I do not want a green. No. I don't do green very well. Oh, what am I now? Don't ask me why I did that. I just did. And again, see this beautiful home? This is in case everyone wants to move in. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And by the way, no, it's not this. Oh, yes, it is. It is. I'll show you. I think that's the castle. Look at that. Now, I did start an exterior instead of being interior. I did do some exterior decorating. I put these little things up over here. I did do that. That's a start, right? And I did my fish over here. And then, of course, I got my tree guys. Oh, and I did put, I put the, I did put the log cabin house over here. Oh, they call it the rustic house. And I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with it. So, and there are no ducks over here on the pond, so I'll leave it like that. Oh, no, they're not ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go to here. See, look at that. I haven't touched any of these. These are just 3 farms that I have for Farm Together. You know what I'm saying? Just the 3. And at this point, I guess I don't really. I know what Farm Together thing I can do beta on. Oh, yes, I do. Well, if you look, Ace, at the some of the trucks that they added, which they're fine. It's no big deal. But some of them weren't, the color that they were supposed to be, So it's no big deal. This here is pretty much wide open, as you can see. Okay. I have to do those flowers requests, so I might as well get them done now, right? But see, if you look over here, I mean, yeah, I could have probably taken this away, and I only have 2 guys doing fish, but I could probably eliminate some of those because some of those fish over there are doubled. I doubled them up just so I could get what I needed because at the time we only had 9 of those tier 1 low end type fish, and there was no way I was going to do that. But what I'm going to do is this here. This is going to be the test. I'm kind of curious about something. I'll do these flowers, but what I want to know is, You know, the gas pumps, the big one and the little one, do they give you the same amount of gas? I didn't think of that. I really miss those farm together one, farm, little dinky farm together one gas pumps. They were pretty cool. I mean, I just like it for the novelty of it being a small little gas pump. Okay, go to 5. I'm not quite out of gas. So we all got to get prepared to upgrade our gas pump or our garage, whatever you want to call it. So be prepared for that. Oh my God, look at that, the bean. Oh, you see, and I got all my flowers all up in there. I don't think I forgot any. But no, I mean, I spoke with Maya some time back, and I told Maya what I'd like for her to do. See, I want to leave some area over here, or even down below. It's an either or deal, and just put some stuff up because these are all my other buildings right here. Okay. So I kind of figure I want to make this area more like a scenery type. But now that we got the space thing, oh God. But you know something, I kind of feel like I'm ahead of the game for the ribbons because um, those 2 trees are level 10. And so, yeah. And plus, you can get ribbons when you're doing those other quests. So I'm going to head over to number 1 because there's no gas pump there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, okay. What I want to see, I mean, I'm assuming that they're going to give you just as. What? Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put a house here, did I? No. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put this one here. It's going to take forever for it to get built, you know that, right? Yeah. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I um I guess for me, honestly, I have not. It's kind of like everybody had their thoughts like, oh, okay, I can make this farm this and this farm that, I'm like, okay. Um, but I guess for me, I'm just not gonna. It's it's not a big deal for me now. It's just not. Where are those phony houses? Um. Oh, actually. Wait a minute. No. Where is it? Is this it? Okay. Yeah. Under deck. Okay. But where's the? Maybe it is under deck. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It should be. I thought I saw it. Wait a second. Oh. I thought they had. Wait a minute. Okay. There it is. Okay. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't put it with the rest of the stuff, but that's okay. It's all good. See, you can't use this house for anything. Do you see what I'm saying? But it will, when that one's complete, it will look like this one. Hey, we're gonna have a new cyber city. And you know what's cool? It's got the little satellite on the top. You know. Oh, look at it lit up. Isn't it nice? That ain't lit up yet, but oh, it is what it is. So there's that. Oh, and then, where the heck is it? It should be here. Um, I thought the guest book was adorable. Power station. Okay, here's the small one. Whoops. Here, where is it again? Green. You know, I'm gonna go with the green. We'll put a gas pump over here. It'll be funny if people don't know what that is. Okay. Um. Oh, jeez, it filled my tank up. Never mind. But you know, I mean, I would literally go out of my way just put a bunch of these little gas pumps on my farm, especially the event farm. I'll just put them all over the damn place. Um. Okay, now let's find. With the guest book, let's figure this out. Um. Ah, here it is. There you go. I love the guest book. I do. You know, I love it. I just think it's great. So nobody get confused. When you see this, this is the little one, the little gas pump. Okay, those are the guest books, the nice new ones. The only thing, guys, that they did not do was, I'll show you obviously. Ooh, that looks terrible. Is, and I'm not going to complain about it. You know, they did a really, really, really good job as far as the overall package deal for the cyber package. I think they did a great job. So, you know, it's like, I'm not going to knock it. There's absolutely no complaints from me. Though it would have been interesting to see a gnome dressed up as an alien or something like that. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Because they really outdid themselves with all those gnomes. I just was like beside myself. And then with the 2 year, I was like so surprised to see those gnomes. I was like, oh my god, here we go. You know, I'm just gonna go crazy with gnomes. I don't care. Um, because gnomes are my favorite. So now, I like the anniversary bus stop with the blue. That's kind of pretty. Um, this is your regular bus stop, and there's the pumpkins and then the flowers, blooming ones, the ones for there. And oh, okay, so you do get if this is one of the things you do get if you did not do the Fluffy Festival, you do get a new bus stop. And I think you also get something like a fountain. I'm pretty sure you get that. So there is that, and then of course that's the Christmassy one. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna put the balloons here. Why not? But I think overall, it doesn't look bad. I'm saying it doesn't look too bad. But now I have to go back to farm two because that's where I gotta plant those whatever the stupid things are. If you notice, like, see now what is it season now? It hasn't really caught up with each other. It's now fall. So see, I haven't really said anything, and I don't obviously plan to. Oh, what are those? Ah, okay, so that's gonna just finish off the beans, maybe. Well, 230. Not bad. Because I know that this is a 400 roll. Pretty sure it is, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's more than that. And it turned into wintertime. And I don't think it's... Oh, no, French beans. French beans is now what it's planting. You know, and by the way, on my signs, I usually add extra stuff on there just in case, because if you use these signs, you know, for planting things, right? Um, I mean, basically, what I do is I just put up, like, if you just do two things, you know, that you want to have there, great. Um, but you know what? You can do up to four different things. And then you can like go into the menu and look at it. When I say that, you go here, you stop and you hit Y. Okay? See, like, oops. If I wanted to do peppers right now, I could do that. You see what I'm saying? Because on that sign, it'll it'll plant peppers instead of the beans. You see what I'm saying? And plus, there's like two different spots. So like if I needed to put something up in a pinch, I can just look at the menu and say, oh yeah, this one's got the peppers, so I can do the peppers here. See what? I don't want this. I want the peppers. So here we go. It's gonna plant me my peppers now. You see what I'm saying? You don't always have to um, stick with one thing. But you know what? I just realized, though, like I said, I think what I'm gonna do is I will do the beta on my other account. But it is that. And I want to put some prayers out there today for people because I know we all really need them, no matter what. You know, it's like that song, "Somebody Prayed," and that's what I want to do. I want to put my prayers out there for you guys because you do need them, and be thankful for today. And I want to also especially thank caretakers for those that are taking care of others because I know you can get burnt out, and it's a tough job, and you guys do it. You know, um, I get it when they, praise and everything else, first responders. I totally get that. But, you know, we also have to remember those that are taking care of others. And that's what's important to me, too. So there's that. Um, and see, here's my tomatoes or whatever. Oh, okay. One. I have to plant one common spinach. Oh, jeebus. I didn't see that. How come? Okay, common spinach and white garlic. Oh, white garlic I think is a spring thing or summer. See, there's the cat Tinkerbells. That was a quest. Yeah. Oh, why isn't it? Oh, because. Okay, I see. Is that a winter thing? Is that why? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. I haven't caught the dragon fruit yet because it's a winter tree. This was barley, which you know what I did? I put the barley on another farm area. I think my first one. Because I use that spot for different things too. I don't, because sometimes people they plant whatever they want. I don't really mind. I don't really care. You know, um, because you do get favor when you are, doing like what I'm doing right now. When you're harvesting stuff, you get favor no matter what. You know, the fastest favor obviously is going to be your lettuce, but the other night was weird. Someone came to my farm, never touched any of the event things. They just did the lettuce, and I was like, oh wow, you know what I mean? It was like, I haven't seen anybody come do my lettuce in ages. Oh, melon. And I'll bet you any money. Oh, oh, I'll do that. Okay, wait a minute. I'll do that. I'll do melon. Yeah. Oh, piece of cake. See? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a lot of fun doing the things. So, lurkers, how are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I mean, really, I hope you are all. I miss my lurkers. And I gotta go and do something which will probably take me 10 minutes, but I'm gonna finish. I need to get those trees. Wait a minute. How do I. Okay, 9 looks like a direct line right into those trees, because I gotta get those stupid trees done. And I might have to cut my stream short simply because I have something to do. I have to run an errand. It's important that I do that. Get it done. Get it done! Uh, yes. Oh, you dirty dog. You know, it's funny. Um, I was on this farm, and somebody, and this was interesting. And so what I did is I switched it immediately to farm one. That was the person actually that came and they wanted to do lettuce, and I'm like, oh my god, had I known that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna head back to um, my farm one for a moment, just because. And I'm gonna make my farm public in case you guys want to hop on, and if you need to get something, you can. It'll be all set up for you. Um, but I'm going to bid everybody a farewell, because, you know, because if I make it public, maybe my secret little decorator will come over here to my new space house, and you know, I mean, if it has to be moved, I have no idea where I'm going to put this stupid thing. But you know, um, feel free to decorate the inside. Do what you want. I don't care. See, I think I have to go to Gnome Anonymous because you see what I'm saying. I have them everywhere. I have my teddy bears back there, but I'm a little, yeah, I'm a little stuck on gnomes. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But look up there. Oh no, never mind. I don't want to say it because you know. But yeah, I have gnomes everywhere. Gnomes. But and these are cuter too. So yeah. And there's my horses and their little thing. So there's that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to cut it short because, like I said, I have an errand to run. But you know, I might come on back later on this afternoon, most likely, um, because I need to get my farm all set up and stuff like that. We'll see, but I definitely have to get this errand complete. So with that, I want to say thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate it. God bless you all, for sure. And I hope you all have a blessed day. And it was really good seeing my friends, and even my lurkers. It was really good seeing you all. Seriously, it was. I will try to make every effort to be back again. I know I will. And again, that thing I warned you about with people trying to be your friend on Discord, don't do it because just don't do it. That's how I feel. Just don't do it. So you all take care and be well. And I hope you all have a blessed day. And thank you again for being here. Take care. Love you guys.